It's great to visit today with the editorial board of the Las Cruces Sun-News. I've had an opportunity to represent southern New Mexico in the legislature now for 12 years in the House of Representatives, and I'm very proud of the results and success of that service and can point to a number of accomplishments in terms of legislation and policy over that period of time. When Cynthia Nava announced that she would be retiring from the Senate, it seemed like a good opportunity for me to begin to work within the Senate context a little bit and change a bit from what I've been able to do in the House. I'm a product of Doña Ana County and our public schools. I grew up here in La Mesa from a farming family. We're now involved in business in a number of different areas: agriculture, real estate, construction work. I have a law practice which takes most of my time. I've been raising 3 children through the Las Cruces Public Schools, have 2 of them that are still here and 1 now attending UNM. Jennifer and I have been married for almost 20 years and have been very involved and invested in the community. And the service in the New Mexico House has been a great opportunity to give back to the community that we've been part of for a very long time. The Senate should be a great challenge. There are many diverse interests in the Senate, as there have been in the House. And I think I've been able to work through the complexities of the legislative process to actually show results. And so whether it's opening conference committees that have led for the first time really in 4 years now to unanimous budgets being passed by Democrats and Republicans, I've worked to try and find ways to work across the aisle to accomplish things. Whether it's transparency legislation, ethics, whistleblower legislation, legislation to try and recover monies inappropriately used against taxpayer interests. All of those things have been legislation that haven't been given very much chance, but I've been able to do. And now on this ballot, even reforms of the PRC, which again were vigorously opposed in last session, but ultimately I managed to get through and get passed. I'd like to be able to continue doing that for southern New Mexico.
I start with an introduction. I'm Brett Preston, Republican running for State Senate. Thank you for having me here today. 53. I wasn't called or asked to run for this office. This was done out of a sense of urgency because of the imminent problems that I see and opportunities I see for southern New Mexico that can be handled more effectively with a conservative-minded Senate. Doña Ana County is one of the places where I live and have lived for almost 20 years. I live in Anthony. Before that I lived in Santa Teresa. I've seen a lot of changes lately as it related to some of the problems with Sunland Park, which concern me. Clearly the Senate doesn't get necessarily involved in the day-to-day affairs of the city, but it does get involved with economic development, does get involved with schools and education. Again, there's a sense of urgency that I want to bring to this process. I'm a businessman, and what I can bring to the Senate is, as far as I'm results orientated. I want to keep things simple. I have no desire to have things complex. Deregulation of a myriad of different government institutions is probably overused as a word. Smart regulation is something I'd like to see, just to clarify and clean things up and make New Mexico pro-business.